Someone had said to me that very first day that they thought that our lives would be changed forever, which of course they were, but this was going to be the best thing that would ever happen to us.
I'm Hannah Proctor, I'm 43.
Hannah got on really well with the staff at the school. She had real wonderful relationships with many of the teachers, including the principal at her school. I think initially the teachers didn't really know how to work with her, but they soon got into the way of it and realised that Hannah brought an element to their classroom that they hadn't had before. The last 2 years while she was at school, she was able to stay there if she wanted to until she was 21. But once we got to about year 15, she'd had enough and we needed to be making some major decisions. And the 2 years leading up to that were a time of heightened anxiety for me because it was so full of unknowns. Were you excited about leaving school then?
Yes, I am, yes.
And what did you think it was going to be like when you left school?
I was so happy.
Were you?
Yeah.
It seemed to be either no choice or the choices were very limited. Julie did an amazing amount of searching to find some really good programs, but very worrying time.
When we were facing Hannah leaving school, we were told that the OARS funding that she was getting would translate into other funding for her after school. And the reality of that hit home at the time of leaving, that they told us it would equate to $2,600 a year, and that was it. So if we hadn't had the other opportunities that had just come to her, seemingly we were only going to be able to fund her to be in a program 1 day a week, and then that would mean 6 days a week she would potentially be sitting at home doing nothing. I've had several conversations with the organisations that sort of control the funding and jumped up and down a few times to make it known that it really wasn't good enough. Eventually we managed to put things in place now where we've got just about more funding than we need. She has a job working in a preschool, and that in itself was an amazing miracle really. She started going there with her teacher aide, and for 8 or 9 months of that following year, 2 days a week, they'd go to this preschool, set about doing her jobs and then going back to school. And then eventually when she was capable of doing that on her own, they let her start coming by herself, and that was the time we took to leave school.
I live on a hub for kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I'm going to do that.
She has a support worker come home to work with her, and they go to the gym, they do cooking or baking. There's Jolt, which is a dance group that she belongs to and just loves that.
So Jolt is a company that provides classes, performance opportunities and teacher training for people who are perceived to have a disability. We don't really get into the vocabulary of using disability a lot because we just see it as diversity.
I've known Hannah for about 10 years now, I'd say, and we've been dancing together for that time as well. And it's so lovely to be able to have grown up with Hannah and to have been a part of all of that with her as well.
My decision then, because then it says I am Sam.
So you're doing a show at the moment called I Am Sam.
Yeah.
And who are your role models in life?
I see my school friend and Ben.
So I've known Hannah for about 14 to 15 years. She has the most beautiful heart that just changes the atmosphere. And I remember just watching her with some people that felt on the outside, and she brought them in and she was friends with them and she showed them how to have such fun. I know that wherever she goes, she's going to change the world around her.
Hannah's 23 now. It's always tricky. I know Hannah wants to leave home and she's got a boyfriend, she wants to get married. All the things in life that any other person would want, she wants.
My house.
So you dream about having a house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
Okay, because my house with my friends.
She would love to go flatting, and that's what we're working on at the moment, is to try and be thinking that by the time she's 25 that we would have her in supported living and just make her life as normal as possible.
Because my boyfriend Ryan, because I'm gonna date a bit, so yeah.
So you'd like to go on a date?
Yeah.
With Ryan?
Yeah.
I think you can take the disability thing out of any person. It's just they're different. Aren't we all the same way, really?
Within a couple of years of having Hannah, I realised the fullness of what she was bringing to our life, and that she's been the greatest blessing that our lives could ever have known. And we have so many laughs with her, that all through her childhood, some of the funny things that she did and said, and we would laugh every day because of what life was like with her having in our family. So that was wonderful.